All right. Hey, thanks so much for jumping on. So a couple ways you could have got here. One was either you've talked to one of our team members and they suggested you check out this video, or maybe you just clicked on an ad and link and saw this and wanted to jump into this webinar. So either way, welcome. And I want to jump right in. So let me share my screen. I'm Lance from the Academy Kings. Hopefully you've heard of us. If you haven't, I'm going to kind of give you a quick kind of idea of how we can help you get more students, make more money, and really help grow your academy without really having to rely on ad agencies or gurus or anything like that. System works really, really well. So let me kind of show you exactly how this thing kind of breaks down. Share my screen. All right. So like I said, just wanted to introduce myself and the Academy Kings, but let's jump right in here. So system that we use can literally change your business and your life. So if you have a couple minutes, please stay focused, get some pen and paper out and take a couple notes so that you understand exactly how we do this whole system. And I think you'll really kind of dig the process and the system. Let's watch. So like I said, close out of any social media, turn off your cell phone, unless you're watching it on there, and then don't turn it off. But social media, email, grab pen and paper. You will not want to miss anything on this. So I want to kind of eliminate a couple people right away that this probably is not going to be a good fit for. So we don't waste your time. You don't waste our time. So if you are a hobby martial artist, like you just want to have a hobby gym, you have a full-time job, you don't care about making money at your facility, this probably isn't going to be for you. Not willing to try a proven system. So the system we have works super well. But if you're not willing to try the system that we use, which is just some great processes that we put in place, again, this probably is not for you. If you don't have an academy, if you're like teaching out of your basement or at somebody else's academy, you may be a good fit if you're willing to invest a little bit. But the idea of like, if it's just more of a hobby, you're just teaching out of your garage and you don't want to expand, or just teaching out of somebody else's facility and you're not trying to expand, this again is not for you. If you are teaching out of your garage or your basement or another academy, but your plan is to expand, stay on the call. Like, I think you'll like what you see. And then if you don't have at least 10, 15, 20 students, again, we want this to be a real business. If you're not there yet, but again, you're willing to put some work in, invest in a little bit of your business and in yourself growing, then again, stick on the call. But again, if it's just a hobby kind of thing, you've got 10, 15 people and you don't really care about growing, again, we don't really need you on the call. And I don't want to waste your time. And then again, if you're not willing to invest in yourself and willing to invest in some ads, again, probably not going to be a great fit. So this training is for you if you need a proven system for leads and new members. So again, you're looking to grow your business. And again, you don't have to become $1 million, academy. Maybe you want to go from 10,000 to 20,000. Maybe you're at 5,000 now. You want to get to 15,000. We can kind of help in any of those scales. We've helped people go from 5,000 to 10,000. We've also helped people go from 10,000 to 100,000. So the system works really, really well, but you need to want to get more students and you need to want to grow at some pace. And if you hate wasting money on ads, so if you've tried Facebook before, if you've tried Google, if you've tried these things and you just haven't got great results, or maybe even went with another agency and that agency promised you a bunch of stuff, but you didn't get great results. If you hate wasting money on ads, kind of stick around. We're going to show you exactly how to do this so that you don't have to spend any money on ads. And then again, if you feel like a janitor more than an academy owner, you're doing all of the jobs, you're doing all of the work, you have no way of being able to scale or put more money in your pocket. Again, I think you should stick around because some of this stuff is really going to help you grow, not only your personal income and your personal academy, but also it's going to help you learn how to grow a team, bring people in. And then wonder if you're ever going to make rent or payroll. This system puts a lot of cash in your pocket. That's why I love this. That's why I've done this at my academy for the past 6 years. And it's how we've grown to over 600 members, 90 some thousand a month. The system works. You just have to work the system. And then if you want to fill your school as of yesterday, right? Like this, you can scale this as quickly as you want. So if you want to grow quickly, this is going to be the perfect program for you. And then most importantly, if you are committed to growing your academy, this training is going to be for you. So make sure you stick around, take some notes, and really kind of dig into this information. So in the next 60 minutes, actually probably be a little bit less than that. Basically my goal for you is going to get more leads. How are we going to get you more leads? We're going to show you exactly how to do that. We want to help you turn those leads into actually people that show up for appointments and turn into students, and not only trial students, but actually long-term 12-month, 18-month, 24-month members. And then how to get more money from them, right? Well, how do we grow our lifetime value of each one of these new students that we get? And we're going to do all this without free trials, discounts, offers, or monthly marketing retainers, right? So we really have a partnership that we kind of work with you on. The system, again, works really well without doing those free trials, without doing any discount offers. We have a really great offer. We have a really great system to get people to show up, and how to make money off of that without having to pay a monthly fee for that. So a cool bonus, if you do stay to the end, I'm going to give you this basically a lot of this information that we're talking about in our new blueprint that we use for the Academy of Kings. And I'm going to give you that whole blueprint for free. So we're going to talk about our Fab Five. We're going to talk about a lot of things that we're going to talk about on this call and really kind of lock down that information for you. And if you like what you hear, which is going to be speed to money, how do I get you cash in your pocket quickly? We're going to have 10 openings this month. Basically, we're a small team. We want to keep it that way. So we do have 10 openings this month. And that's why we're doing this. That's why you've been invited here, or that's why we're running ads right now, because we have a couple spots left. And that is the Academy of Kings partnership. So who am I? My name is Lance Tribbett. That's me with Master Deli Hiva on the left there. And then that is me with my business partners, Nate, Kai, and VJ. We are all business partners at the gyms and in some other businesses as well. So that is who I am. Started in the back of a Taekwondo school about 12 years ago, 2009, maybe more than that now. And had 3 students. Quickly started to figure out how to grow the business. Like I said, now we're over 600, 90-some thousand a month. So works really, really well. I was a business owner. I was a family guy, 3 beautiful daughters, beautiful wife. I was working my tail off. I'm a 12-year basically academy owner at this point, multiple academies also. We have about 4 academies now that we are part owner in or owners in. We have, I've basically invested well over $200,000 in Mastermind and coaching and mentorships. I've spent well over $400,000 in advertising at just my school alone. And I've tested these offers in this program at hundreds of markets around the country, and it works everywhere. So kind of where this all started, like I said, I was in the back of a friend's Taekwondo studio, had 3 students. I was a full-time electrician and raising a family at the same time. I was super tired. I was working 16, 18 hours a day. I wanted to quit the electrical gig, but I couldn't make enough money at the academy. My family life was suffering. It was a grind every day. So I put a plan in place. I invested in my personal growth and my business growth. And then in a short amount of time, I was able to move into a full-time academy owner. And that's where we've been for the last several years. We did kind of what everybody else did when we started. We gave free trials away. We did $99 a month memberships, all of the mistakes that we hear people talking about. We wasted time at events, sitting there for hours on end, taking down names of people that never showed up for the academy, never tried out their class. We handed out flyers. We did every event that we could. We did every guerrilla marketing idea that we could. And not to say that those things don't work. They just take a lot of time. So putting out street signs and all of the things that you kind of hear about people doing it, right? And one of the things that we also did, we invested in the wrong things, right? We were opening up a new academy. We invested in the mats. We invested in the equipment. We invested in the sign, all of these things that never returned any actual cash for us. So where we kind of messed up is instead of investing in those bags and equipment, we should have been investing in marketing. We should have been investing in information, right? So, but no matter what we did with all of these different kind of sources we were trying, we barely got enough leads. We lost every money. We lost money every time we tried to run ads. And basically we just wasted hours working leads that never showed up. Through those kind of guerrilla marketing tactics, we just attracted a lot of tire kickers and unqualified leads. The discount model was kind of tough. We tried it for years, right? 3 classes for $19.99, free 7-day trial, all of these things. We hired agencies. We just got bad leads over and over. We hired staff to work these leads. It still didn't work. People didn't show up. We didn't get enough leads. The leads we did get didn't show up. And then when they did show up, they wanted something for free. So that's when I realized we needed something different. I needed to invest in knowledge, right? I needed to invest in personal and business growth. And that's where I jumped into those masterminds. So I started looking outside of the martial arts industry and kind of seeked new mentors and started my own journey on education and personal growth. I basically went all in. I did masterminds, I did courses. I invested well over $200,000 in personal masterminds and personal information courses to learn how to market, to learn how to sell, to learn how to really run a business in general. And really what I've done is kind of packaged all that information to kind of, again, get you speed to money as fast as possible. So you don't need to make the mistakes that I made. I invested in those books, courses, masterminds. I'm personally right now in a $5,000 a month mastermind that I'm in. But those investments paid off very, very well for us. We were able to really take the mindset of real business owners and attach it to the martial arts, right? We were able to test things. We spent a lot of money testing things and kind of moving through. I currently spend, like I said, over $5,000 a month on my own coaching. So I put my money where my mouth is. I think it's important to have someone that's been there, done that. And if I can use them to get to success faster, it's definitely worth that program. So one of my mentors once told me that the reason most people need a marketing budget is because their advertising doesn't work and they can't track it, right? So we needed to find another way, right? So if I need a budget, that means that I need to replace that money every month. And if I don't replace that money, I cannot keep my ads going, right? So what I figured out is that we needed to find a different way to be able to advertise, to not have to worry about making sure we had enough money at the academy. I wanted to start to use other people's money. So I figured out a way, like if I can spend $1 of ads and turn it into $5 or $10, like that's going to be a system that works. So if I could have a machine that could do that, I would spend as much as I could until my academy was full. And that's exactly what we did. And that's how we kind of discovered what we call our LPL system. And that's leads pay for leads. So the idea of this is that a lead comes in the door, we're going to use their money to buy more leads. So I knew this new model could change the game for not only us, but other people in our circles and really everyone in the market. Once we mastered it at my academy, we shared it with other academy owners that we knew. Chris Bauer is in Frederick. And he was like, hey, so far everything's been like, holy shit, this is awesome. I don't think any MMA or BJJ academy is doing this. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. So the idea of like, we found a new secret and we were able to utilize that secret to be able to expand very quickly and scale our academy. Once we kind of figured that out, that's when I knew the LPL system wasn't a fluke. It wasn't just working at my school or just working at Chris. It was working all over the place. And in fact, since we've worked in every market around the U.S., California, Pennsylvania, Texas, New Jersey, New York, Canada, I mean, literally like all the markets. See for yourself. So Amanda in Idaho went from 15,000 a month to 100,000 a month in 1 year. That growth happened. Wes in Arkansas added 60 new students in 30 days. Literally had 70,000 sitting in the bank during COVID and didn't have to work during his 3-month hiatus. Jamal, New Jersey added 54 new students in 30 days. Signed up 54 new students this month, and also add over $15,000 in new revenue. Jason in North Carolina added 15,000 in just 1 month. So again, the system worked all over the country, and that's when we knew we were really onto something. They've been able to do it. And in the training today, I'm going to make sure that you can too. And that's really the goal of this. So there's 3 basic secrets to a profitable 7-figure academy. The three secrets are: first, you need a sexy offer, something that's going to get leads, right? So the idea is, like, if I can make a sexy offer, people are going to be interested. They're going to opt in for that offer, and then we're going to be able to get them as a lead and start to sell them into our program, right? We also need what we call the consultative framework, right? So we can sell a higher ticket offer. We don't want to sell a free 2-week trial or a free 30-day membership. We want to be able to sell what we do, $500-600 for a 6-week program. So the consultative framework, and we're going to really dig into this, but think about doctor-patient. You're going to go in, they're going to talk a little bit. You're going to figure out what the problem is, and you're going to prescribe them that solution. So the consultative framework. And then lastly, what we need is a show system, right? How many of you have had a ton of leads, a ton of appointments, and nobody shows up for those appointments, right? So we need a system to get people to actually show up. And that's what we call our show system. So that is going to be the 3-part or the 3 pillars to our program. So digging back in, right? And this is where you start to take some notes down. So secret 1 is having that sexy offer, right? We need to be able to build an offer that gets prospects to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in what you have. That seems cool. So a great offer always wants to start with a problem, right? So I'm going to give you an example outside of martial arts, and then we'll kind of tie this back in. But the problem that someone is having is, I'm hungry, I'm lonely, and I want to lose weight. Okay. So I'm hungry, lonely, and I want to lose weight. So how do we solve that problem for people? So I'm going to eat a salad with a friend, right? So I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. I'm lonely, I'm going to grab some friends. And last, I want to be healthy, so I'm going to eat a healthy salad, right? I want to lose some weight. So we've solved that dilemma, right? So now, once we solve that dilemma, how do we price something, right? How do we put together an offer for that? So the key here is easy plus value equals more money, right? So however easy something is to get the result, and if I can use a bunch of value, like you're going to get all of this stuff to make this really easy, I can charge more money for it. Okay, so easy plus a value stack equals more money. So here are our choices, right? So we have a head of lettuce, we have a bag of lettuce, and we have a done for you salad, right? So when we start to look at these solutions, how can we price these, right? Why are they priced different? So head of lettuce, hey, I can eat my lettuce, I can invite my friend over, but I got to clean it, I got to chop it, I got to put it on a plate, I got to clean the plate, all of these things, right? So I can go get this lettuce for 70 cents. It's cheap. But I've got to do a lot of the work, right? People aren't usually into that. So if that's the case, okay, what is the second best kind of idea for this? Oh, I could get a bag of lettuce. It's already cleaned, it's already cut. I just got to pour it on the plate, but I still have a mess to clean up. I still have some stuff. So I'll pay a little bit more for that solution because it's already kind of prepared for me. But what we want to be able to offer somebody is a really sexy offer that has a really high price point, right? So a lot of value that we stack into that offer to be able to get the solution for them, right? And so that is going to be the salad, right? So I'm going to go to a restaurant. I'm going to invite my friend. We're going to sit down. I'm going to, drink some water. We're going to eat a salad. The people are going to come clean everything up. And I'm willing to pay $7 for that. So I'm literally paying 10 times the amount of the head of lettuce for the same solution, but I'm getting a result that's faster, that's easier, right? So that's how we want to think about offer and solution to the offer. So if we look at the martial arts industry, the best academies have an incredible offer, like our 6-week offer, and it helps someone achieve results that they desire. We stack a bunch of things together that are going to help them get to that result faster. So again, key point here, they don't just offer a free class. The free class is just a head of lettuce. Um, we're going to offer them that full salad, right? We're going to offer them nutrition. We're going to offer them a mentor. We're going to offer them free uniform. We're going to offer them all of this stuff. And we're going to say, we're going to package all this together for you. And to get to that result that you're looking for in the next 6 weeks, it's $500. It's $600. And I know that sounds crazy, but we do it all day long. All over the country, our Academy Kings are selling this exact program, and it works every time. So what problems do people run into when you think of doing martial arts? Can I do it, right? Am I too overweight? Am I too young? Am I too fat? Am I too old? I'm hurt. Do I have the time? So we want to think about all of these problems that people have when they think about doing martial arts. What will I be doing? Will I get hurt? Time. I don't want to fight people, right? So people don't know the questions to ask. So we want to make sure we educate them in that conversation. We figure out what that pain point is, and now we can start to prescribe that solution to them. So let's look at how we would structure this offer. So what offer would you pick? Offer A is just a free trial. Hey, come in and do a 7-day free trial. Offer B, come in and do a 6-week warrior challenge or 6-week warrior program or 6-week leadership program, maybe if it's kids. So the name alone is a sexier offer, right? Free trial, 30-day free, 7-day free, or 6-week warrior program. Which offer is sexier, right? Offer A, I'm not really interested in doing a free trial. Like I might show up, I might not. I don't have anything invested in it. I'm not that interested. When it comes to a free class, yeah, I could come whenever I want. Sounds good, but I can do that anytime. So there's no urgency. We'll just put you in with everybody else. Again, no specialty, no real emphasis on new, nothing like that. So it's just not a sexy offer. Offer B, warrior challenge or warrior program. You're going to love this, right? So let's look at all the stuff we can stack under this warrior challenge. 6 weeks of training versus 7-day trial. 3 times a week versus, come in for 1 class. We're going to tell you what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat it. You're going to get a personal mentor that's, a brown belt or black belt or whatever. And we're going to help you with all this kind of building this mentorship kind of program. Curriculum workbook to get you through your 6-week program, 24-hour, 7-day-a-week online training portal, all beginner classes. So you're not thrown into the wolves, right? Community group. So you're with like-minded people that are trying to get similar results. Free uniform. This starts this week and we only have limited spots. So you want to make sure you get signed up, right? Much sexier offer, much more value add there. So what offer would you pick as a client? A free trial, or would you like to try the warrior program where you really get a good system and a good idea of what the program is going to consist of? And if you're selling this program, which one would you rather sell? Offer A, that's a 7-day free trial. You get no money. Typically actually it costs you money to attract those new students, or offer B, where you can make, $600 up front before they even try a class for that 6-week program. Make sales into a full membership even easier. And we'll kind of talk about that. Free trial, warrior challenge all the way, right? So you're probably thinking like, cool, this is a great theory, but will people actually pay this in my area, right? Or you're thinking like, no way will people pay this in my area. And I've talked to hundreds of gym owners and they all say the same, like, oh, I don't think it'll work in my area. But let me just show you. Gary in Maryland, David in Florida, Jamal in New Jersey, Ivan in New York, Bruno in California, Jana in California, Danny in Texas, Gonzo in Colorado, Alex and Chris in Arizona, Rick in Washington State, Clinton in New Mexico, Frank in Alabama, Vu in Virginia, Kabir in Canada, and a thousand times more than that. Like this offers literally worked in all over the country and in some other countries like Canada. So yes, it will work. And yes, you will be able to get that amount of money from these prospects. So again, we need to break that belief that you can't pay or can't charge a certain amount in your area. So the key to this offer is make them an offer they can't refuse. If you ever saw The Godfather, how do you make a good offer? You make an offer they can't refuse, right? So if you stack enough value, then they're like, wow, like that's a really great deal. I'm going to go ahead and take that offer. So would you rather spend a week giving away free classes or have them invested in serious from the start, right? So now we have a buy-in from them of that $600 for 6 weeks. If they spend $600 on this program, they're going to be invested in it. They're going to show up. They're going to do the work. They're going to look at the documentation. They're going to try the techniques. And you as a gym owner, if you get $500 or $600 from these guys, you're going to be invested in that too. You don't want someone blasting you on Facebook saying, hey, they promised me all this stuff and they didn't deliver. Like, you're going to be invested in that. So now you have two people that are invested in this program, and now you start to grow a bond and a friendship. And that's how you start to move them into those other offers that we have. So as we create this irresistible offer, we're going to be focused on results, and you'll make more money. And that's kind of the name of the game when we're running a business. So with a paid upfront program, you can get unlimited new students. So how do we get unlimited new students, right? And it's back to our LPL system. So the leads are going to literally pay for more leads to show up at your facility. So let me actually show you what this is in kind of in dollar bills here. So typically what we see is people spend about $50 to $75 a day to get started with their ads. So day one, you're going to spend $50. Day two, you're going to spend $50. Day three, you're going to spend $50. So we've spent $150 to get our ads on Facebook running up, getting people to click on those ads. So by day four, people are showing up in our facility. This is a very quick transfer. People are showing up very quickly because of our follow-up system. And they're coming down, they're sitting down with us, and we're actually selling them into this $600 program. So by day four, you should have people showing up at your facility, and you should be closing them into this program. And don't worry, we're going to teach you exactly what to say, when to say, how to say it. And like I said, it works really, really well. So by day four, we're selling them into that $600 program, which means after we take day one, day two, day three, $50, and we take that $150 and put it back in our pocket, we're left with $450 of cash up front that now we can use to push back into our ads, right? So what this means is by making one sale, we've paid for 12 days of ad spend. So again, we took $150 out of our pocket. We closed the people for $599. We put the $150 back in our pocket. We're at day four. Now we have enough money to spend through day 12 on advertising with zero money out of pocket. You close another one. We're at 3 weeks. We're at 4 weeks. It just keeps kind of going like that. And that's how the LPL system is a really, really, really great way to help you scale fast and never need an ad budget. So we're gonna start with a little bit of money, but as soon as that person comes in, we close them, and now we put all that money back in our pocket, and now we're kind of going on the house's money, as they would say in the casino, right? So this buy-in from the new members is also important because what it does is help build raving fans, right? Like I said, they spend that $600, they're invested in the program. They're going to be listening to every word you say. They're going to be showing up to every class. And that's how we get, all of these 5-star reviews. Raving fans is what's built from this program. That was Idaho, Fayetteville, kickboxing. Classes are full. Schedule your class. I just finished my 6-week program. Felt the best since I got out of the Army in 2003. I lost body fat, gained muscle. Again, just raving fans putting up amazing postcard. I love this place. Wonderful staff. 1,000 stars. Everything is awesome. Staff is great. Motivation, discipline. So again, we're building raving fans that are going to go out and attract more people to come into our facility. Team Shark down in Texas. Daniel. Everyone's loving this program. The program is amazing. Professor Daniel is amazing. Again, building raving fans. So remember, easy plus value is going to get you more money. So if we can make a program easy, but we stack a bunch of value in there, you get a curriculum, you get a GI, you get a mentor, you get a program, you get a diet plan, you get this, you get that. You keep stacking that up. Now it's really, really easy to get people to gladly spend that $600 up front for that trial membership. So that's kind of that sexy offer idea, right? So now we're going to kind of jump into what we call that consultative first framework, right? So it's basically a predictable sales conversation that we're going to have with our students without sounding like a used car salesman. So the truth is, sales is an acquired skill. If you ever felt like selling was hard, slimy, pushy, you or your team can't sell, then you're going to really love this. So what most academy owners are doing, they put a special discount out, 2 weeks free. They get somebody to come in, they give them some free classes, they give them a private lesson, they give them some group privates, and then they turn them into a sales pitch and hope that they close. It's a boring offer. It won't attract a lot of new students. So if you're not getting a lot of leads right now, it's probably because your offer sucks. So it just, you do a lot of work for free too, which I don't really recommend. So when I started training BJJ, we literally got thrown on the mats. Many people never came back after their first class because they got the wrong impression of martial arts, right? You get thrown in, you get beat up. Typically there's not much on the business side of things. So like you're trying to figure out how to get signed up if you do want to stick around, but really what happens is the majority of people would leave. Times have changed. We can't just throw people into classes and hope that they're going to stick around. Now people need to be introduced to martial arts in a slow, predictable way, right? They want fundamental classes. They want a curriculum. They want the things that a lot of us never used to have or came up with. So this is why we kind of switched to the new consultative first framework. Excuse me. Think doctor and patient, right? Like I said, if you go to a doctor and you're like, hey, my arm hurts, they're not going to give you a recommendation or a prescription for your leg. They're going to look at your arm. They're going to lift it up. They're going to move it around. Hey, is it this arm? Is it your shoulder? Is it your elbow? Oh, you got a broken arm here. Okay. And then they're going to figure out and diagnose the problem. Once they diagnose the problem, they're going to say, hey, this is what you have to do to get your arm fixed. And we're going to be a good patient. We're going to say, oh, okay, perfect. Go ahead and put it in a brace, put it in a cast, whatever it is, right? So how can we do this as martial art instructors? The key is that choreograph that we talk about. So what does that choreograph need to look like? The consultative way is basically where we go straight to kind of where their attention is, right? And to kind of get them in that funnel and get them in that group, we need to go to Facebook, Instagram. That's where most of the attention is right now. It's where most people are spending their time. So we want to go there, and that's where we're going to get those eyeballs. From there, right away, they're going to book an appointment. So they click on our ad, they go to an appointment page, they book an appointment with us. From there, we're going to sit down. We're going to have a 5-10 minute conversation, maybe 15 minutes. Sit down, find out the reason why they came in or why they clicked the link. Do they need self-defense? Do they have weight loss? Are they looking for friends? Is it kids? They need leadership or discipline. So we want to sit down. We want to talk to them. We want to ask them some questions, figure out why they came in. And then we want to be able to prescribe them our 6-week program. So having that paid program allows you to liquidate that acquisition, right? So we go back to that LPL system. That LPL system, having that $599 up front, people walk in, we get that $600 check, and now we can have money to spend on our ads, and we never have to worry about that ad budget. And then from there, after that 6 weeks is over, how are we going to push them into our main program for jiu-jitsu? We call it our blue belt program, right? So how do we push them into that? So we want that $599 offer up front, and then we're going to push them into a $200 a month membership on the back side of that. Again, working all over. If you're thinking like, oh, it doesn't work in my area, it works in your area, and I'm going to help you, coach you through that. So, and because the people have an amazing experience, they're going to stay 2 times longer than a free trial. So we've done 7-day trials. We've done 2-week trials. And what we find is anyone that comes through our 6-week offer literally stays 2 times as long as somebody that comes in that front end, same day close or, trial offer. So the program is just a much better onboarding experience. They have a better experience, which is what they're paying for. And then they relate that experience moving forward, and that makes them want to stick around. So what are some of the benefits of this consultative first approach? So first, it's positioned as martial arts as a solution rather than commodity, right? So if you scroll down the old Facebook page, you're going to see all the schools in your area, and all of them are going to be doing a 3-day trial, 7-day trial, 2-week trial, something like that. 3 classes for $19. So what we want to do is differentiate ourselves from our market. We're going to differentiate ourselves by offering that 6-week intensive program. So really, it takes us as a solution-oriented approach versus a commodity. We're also going to get more long-term students who want to stick around longer and are more engaged. Like I said, that onboarding experience just makes people want to stay longer. And then differentiate yourself from other academies in your area, kind of like I said, because we're not just offering a free trial. We're not just offering a really low dollar trial. We're totally different than anyone else in the area. And then being able to build a deeper relationship with your students over that 6-week period that makes them, again, want to stick around. It's hard to build a relationship with somebody in 3 classes, in 1 class, in a 7-day trial. So you just get to build a deeper relationship with them and make them never want to leave. So predictable sales conversation are based on results without sounding like a used car salesman. And then the last kind of secret that we're going to talk about today is what we call our show system, and it's the King's AI. So how do we get people to actually show up for appointments? If you've run traffic, if you've set appointments, how many people, have trouble with them not showing up, right? Industry average right now is 16 to 20% on manual lead nurture. So how do we get people to actually show up for appointments, to be able to pack the academy and finally really take control of the sales process that you have at your school? So when we first started, we would get tons of leads, but no one would ever show up. Sad clown guy. So what we did is we implemented a follow-up process, and then this happened. Tons of leads, tons of appointments, tons of people showing up, and really what that equates to is tons of money. But to do it the right way, you need to be calling 3-4 hours a day if you're doing this manually. So you have to be calling, texting, and it literally takes 3-4 hours a day to do this correctly. All while trying to keep up with students, doing your operations at the academy, sales, appointments, janitor work, admin work, all of the things that you're doing anyways. Another 3 or 4 hours is pretty hard to kind of come by. Even if you did have the time, do you really want to spend it calling and texting leads? Nope. Like my man here from American Idol. Yeah, that's going to be a no for me, dog. So you basically have 3 options. You can do it yourself, like we just talked about. You can hire somebody to do it, or you can try to automate it. So all of them have positives and negatives. But so if we try to do it ourselves, right? The problem is still that you're spending 3-4 hours a day working leads or trying to keep up with the staff that's actually working them. So if your staff isn't working the leads, that means you are. And your time and effort is wasted on the leads that never showed up. It's wasted on ad spend because you can't keep up with all of the flow that is getting dropped, right? So again, if you're not spending 3-4 hours a day, or a staff member spending 3 or 4 hours a day, you're probably letting a lot of leads that you do have, or opt-ins or appointments, kind of slip through the cracks. What we found is that on average, people only go back about 3 days and work leads, and then those leads are left over. And what we've also found is digital marketing leads are less engaged. People don't pick up the phone like they used to, which means it takes even more time and more work than it did a year or 2 ago. So really more effort is required, more personalization is required, and less trust than ever before from our prospects. So, which is why the old model simply just doesn't work and creates wasted time, wasted leads, and a lot of wasted money. So what if there was a different model, right? And that's kind of what we came up with, a model that allowed you to get your time back, that allowed you to save on overhead, right? So if we can save money, that's great. And a model that allowed you to make more money. So if we can save money and make more money, wow, this is going to be a really great program to kind of follow. So it's not a rinky-dink automated program where you still need to reply back and forth, but truly removes all effort from you as the owner or staff or manager. And you literally just pay for the ad spend and people walk in your door. That's the beauty of this system. So all you need to really do is focus on the sales, which is going to equal more students and more money. So that is a good problem to have. More students and more money. That's what we're looking for. So we've done this for you, and that's what we call our King's Show system. So how does it help you, right? How can we show you the money on this? So imagine paying an employee or even yourself 3 to 4 hours a day. If you're paying someone $18 an hour, you're basically spending about $1,600 per month on that staff member that's probably not getting great results anyways. if you manage them yourself, so if you have a team member doing this and then you're managing that team member and your hourly rate is at least $100, which it should be, that's another $250 a day. So, we have a staff member maybe making the calls, but then we're following up with that staff member, making sure that they're doing it, training them, helping them, doing that stuff. And don't forget, the average academy owner also spends about $400 a month on lead nurture software, whether it's texting, ClickFunnels, email softwares, whatever it is, however we're contacting these people, it's typically other softwares that we're using as well. So once you start kind of adding all of this stuff up, it's collectively just shy of $50,000 a year that you could literally put back in your pocket by using a system that is systemized, that gets great results. So the truth is, most employees don't care about your business as much as you do, right? Like, you might make a couple extra calls. The staff member is not going to do that. And you have to train, manage, and motivate them constantly, which is not easy. And if you don't have skills in that area, it's even harder. And they get paid regardless whether the lead shows up or not. So they're not really that incentivized to work that hard, because they make the call. If the guy shows up, they get paid. If they make the call, the guy doesn't show up, they still get paid. It doesn't matter. But using the King's AI system, the show system that we've kind of developed, you never have to worry about wasted payroll cost again. So you're not going to pay somebody to work those leads that don't show up. Instead of crazy labor costs, you only pay when the actual lead shows up at your facility. So no monthly retainer, nothing like that. You're literally only paying when that person shows up at your school. So we discovered that the manual lead nurture system is only getting 16 to 20% of appointments to actually show up, which means the true cost of a show is $177 per show when you take in all of the employees, management, and software of these leads. $177 every time somebody shows up is a lot, right? So now do you see why we say stop saying free offers? Because if you're spending $177 to get somebody in the door, and that's not even including your ad spend, you have a lot of money going out every month. And if you don't have a good system on the front end that you can get cash quickly from them, now you're waiting, 7 days, 12 days, sometimes 30, 60 days to recoup that money from that prospect. So it's not a great system, and it's why people think that they need that ad budget. So, which means you're making less per sign up than you actually realize, and you're losing money to get new students. Nobody wants to lose money to get new students. You want that to be a profitable, if not a break-even experience for you. But it's not your fault, because that's what everybody does. You and your team are human. Your time and energy are limited. The bad news is that there are so many leads slipping through the crack that every minute you're not focused on leads, you're losing money. The good news is the King's Show system never sleeps, never takes vacation, never calls out sick, and never forgets to follow up with one of those leads. So the AI even works nights and weekends. So you literally can go on vacation and just show up to your appointments when they're scheduled. Get more leads to show up than you or your staff could ever even do, because there is no off button, right? You're just pushing that lead list all the time. And like I said, typically we see about 2 to 3 days for manual lead nurture, where our system will work those leads for 60 days for you. So you get a lot more people scheduling appointments and showing up. And the best part, there's no payroll costs, no monthly marketing retainers. This is strictly, you only pay when somebody shows up at your door. So in other words, if the lead doesn't show, you don't pay. No matter how much work we've done to get those ads going, to run those Facebook pages, to do whatever it is that we're doing on our end, if you don't get that lead to show up at your door, we make zero money. So there's no risk, no wasted time, and no wasted money for you. It's like literally zero risk. So let me show you some results. 84% show up rate for Amanda in Idaho. 81%, and that was this year, April this year. So these are not long time ago. That's this year, after COVID. 81% of the people showed up for their appointments. 64% of the people showed up for their appointments. So the system is, getting 3 times the amount of shows as a normal lead nurture manual system is getting. So to get more people to show up, you can pack your school faster. And by using the AI system, you basically are going to be able to create that sexy offer, how to have people come in, get an offer, and gladly spend that $600 up front. You're going to be able to build that kind of consultative first framework. And we've actually already built it. So you're literally just going to implement that system that we have in place, which is going to be a predictable sales conversation that meets the need of the student without sounding like a used car salesman and without commoditizing your business like everybody else in the area. And last, you're going to get that kind of last secret of that King Show system to finally have a way to get new students predictably in the door without monthly marketing retainers holding you back. So how do you do that? How do you build a 7-figure academy? This is the exact 3 secrets that you need to do. You need to have that sexy offer. You need to have a consultative first framework so that you can get money up front from people, and you need a system to get people to actually show up in the facility. So with a proven system like that, do you think you could reach your goals? How many of you are excited that we just talked about this? Put yes in the chat if you are. So who's feeling a little overwhelmed, because we did cover a lot, information overload. If it's okay, I want to share how we can help you implement this. So every month that goes by that you're not implementing these 3 secrets, you're basically losing thousands of dollars in opportunity costs. You're losing that upfront money. You're losing that conversion into full memberships. So you're losing literally thousands of dollars every month in opportunity costs. Now, to put this all together, which you really must do to have a predictable system, you will need an amazing offer, a sales script, a marketing system, and a show system. And you need to test it all. You need to make sure that it's going to work. So it's going to take you a lot of time. It's going to take you a lot of money, a lot of work, and a lot of money testing. So what we've done is we've put together something really special for you. We already have the 6-week warrior program. It's proven to work in every market in the country. It will bring in a ton of leads. Typically, we average about 100 leads a month, 150 leads a month. I'm sorry. We can also help you run all of your advertising for free for no monthly cost. We're going to teach you exactly how to sell using this consultative first framework, exactly how we sell at my academy, and give you everything you need to deliver to the students to build that value and actually deliver on that stack of value that we talk about: workbooks, curriculum, diet plans, cookbooks, mentors, everything that we have. It's literally a true partnership, and we do not charge a monthly retainer for this. So it's completely risk-free to you. So after you invest in starting with us, we will only get paid if you actually book an appointment and they actually show up. So literally a partnership that they have to show for us to get paid. So now every academy situation is different. So it's best that we can jump on a call and talk with you directly. On our call, we're basically going to go over some real financial scenarios for your specific business using money and not emotions. Like, I want you to see how this is going to actually break down for you in your business, wherever it is that you are now and wherever you're trying to get to. And since this is a true partnership for us, we don't want a huge team. We really act a lot on the one-on-one basis. So we only can bring up to 10 new academy owners every month. And we've opened up the gate this month for our 10. So hopefully you will be one of our 10. And I want to make sure that as more academy owners join, we get better results, not worse, so that we're really careful who we do bring in. And that's why we want to actually have a conversation with you and make sure it's a good fit for you and that you're a good fit for our program. We're not an ad agency or normal kind of Facebook marketer. They can get you leads. Any agency is going to get you leads, but really that's it. They're not going to get people to show up. They're not going to get you, teach you how to sell. They're not going to teach you how to go from a 6-week member to a full-time member. Most of them don't even have academies. I have 4 academies myself. So make sure that you're kind of understanding kind of the difference between what we're kind of saying and what we're kind of showing you and how our program works versus another agency. We're not just going to push leads to you and hope you know what to do with them. We're going to push leads to you. We're going to make sure they show up for those appointments. I'm going to teach you exactly how I do my sales and give you that consultative framework. And then we're going to actually sell them into our main membership later. So again, the Academy Kings is not just leads. You're going to get access to our Academy Kings Mastermind so we can help you scale your business. You're also going to get the Kings AI lead nurture system, so you never have to work another lead again. You're going to get access to our $1 million funnel, which has generated literally over $1 million for our Academy Kings. You're also going to get Kings Masterclass weekly sales training. So you always get them to say yes, right? So it's a live training that we do every Tuesday. We sit down, I do some new trainings. We do Q&A, we do sales script going over all of the things to get people better at sales so that we get results for you. So like, as you think about this program, if all this did was allow you to add more students while getting back more time, wouldn't it be worth it? Like, no more lead nurture, no more running ads. Wouldn't that make sense to kind of have a program in place to just get you more time back? And then also, if all this did was allow you to stop working your day job, if you're in that position, or like I said, if you are a manager admin at your business, what about getting that time back? What about getting out of that day job? Wouldn't that be worth it? So this is an actual screenshot of our calendar for June for my academy. 83 appointments. Like, that's a lot of appointments in 23 days. It wasn't even the full month. So again, the program works really, really well. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invite you, if you like what you saw, if you want some more information, we kind of blew through some of this. I don't want to have to keep you on here too long, but if you want to have a one-on-one call with either Jonathan or myself, this call will literally be with me or my partner. And there's no pressure to join. Like, I literally want you to leave your credit card at home. We will not try to sell you on this call. We just want to see if you're a good fit, if your program, if our program is going to be a good fit for you, and kind of where you are and where you want to be, and see again if that is a good fit for you. We only want to work with people who can see a vision of the Academy Kings partnership and are willing to do what it takes to be successful with it. So if that's you, go ahead, click the link below this video and schedule your call with us. Like I said, leave your credit card at home. We are not going to sell you on this call. We just want to see if you have questions, we're going to answer those. We're going to give you some strategy and some points that we think may help your business, and really just see if you're a good fit. Meet with us to answer all your questions and come up with a plan to help you grow your academy. We're going to do this all for free. Like I said, you don't need a credit card. Just book this call with us, sit down, take 10, 15 minutes. We're going to walk through some of these scenarios with you and see where we can help your business. And again, no pressure to join. Leave your credit card at home. We just want to have that conversation with you and see if we can help you in any way. And as promised, if you made it this far, check your email. We're going to be sending out our Academy Kings Blueprint. This is going to be a lot of the information that we just talked about in a little bit more depth. There's going to be some videos and things also that go along with that. So really a great experience and a great program for you to actually get to know us a little bit better. So again, this partnership is for you if you need a proven system to get more leads and new members in your academy consistently. If you hate wasting money on ads, I'm going to show you how to have other people buy those ads for you. And if you feel like a janitor more than an academy owner, this is definitely for you. And then if you ever wondered if you're going to make rent or payroll, like, this is a cash flow model. So we want you having cash flow constantly in your account so that you can pay for anything that comes up. You know, if this program just paid your rent every month, would it be worth it? Probably. If this program just paid your payroll every month, would it be worth it? Probably. So we want to help you fill your school as of yesterday. And most importantly, are you committed to growing your academy? If you are, make sure you click that link. If that's for you, click the link below, schedule that call, meet with us so we can answer all of your questions and come up with a plan to help you grow your academy. And again, no pressure. We will not be hard selling you or anything like that. Literally leave your credit card at home. Okay. Hope that helps. And then we will open it up to questions during that call, and we will answer any of those questions that you have. So again, click the link, jump on a call with us, and we will be happy to help you grow your academy.